Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Pound Zero weigh-in video. I'll be going through the weigh-in stuff with a little bit extra on actual measurements because weight loss only doesn't just come down to the kilos. And then I'm following up with a very simple recipe that is both healthy and nutritious and super colourful. So let's get on with it. So this week's food intake was probably a little bit easier than other weeks because I've actually been feeling completely revolting all week. Work's obviously been crazy, like super crazy. The whole team has been working long hours and really hard in a very stressful environment, and we've all just started dropping like flies, which is really unfortunate, especially as we're getting to the pointy end of one of our tasks. But that said, because I've been feeling so run down and sick most of the week, I haven't really felt like eating much, which I have been, obviously, because in weight loss it's super important to keep that metabolism up and still moving. So I suppose the food choices I made, I was a little bit more conscientious about it because I really didn't want to eat in the first place. But I think you know I'm coming out the other end of it, and there was some light exercise, not going hard sweating it out for hours in the gym, but I did get out and I walk around a little bit at lunchtime, more often than I have in the past, so that was good. I don't know, that's good on the scales. So at the beginning of the year, when the days were long and really hot, I weighed in at 120 kilos or 264.5 pounds. Last week, as per the previous video, I weighed in at 114 kilos on the nose or 251.3 pounds. And this week, I weighed in at 112 kilos, 112.6 kilos. Let's get it right. And that comes in at roughly 248.2 pounds. So this was mostly diet. It was very mild exercise this week, mostly just getting out of my desk and going for a walk. So my BMI does still sit in the obese range, but it is coming down slowly but surely, along with my weight. So of course this means a total loss this year of 7.4 kilos, which equates to about 16.4 pounds. Doing good. I mean, I know it's week 9 and I haven't really hit the weight loss goals, but considering I haven't been doing everything that I thought I would, I can't really complain about that. It's still coming off, and people are noticing, which is also a plus. Okay, so in relation to that, of course, this vlog was designed more to keep me accountable to myself as I try to change my lifestyle and be in a more of a healthy lifestyle, healthy living, better food, not so much junk food, all the rest of it. But I've actually decided that I do want to lose the weight. I think I said in my first video, like, I am actually quite comfortable with who I am and how big I am, but I suppose it's more, the weight loss is more of a healthy lifestyle choice, rather than actually hating myself. I don't hate myself. in terms of my weight at all. But so I'm going to be aiming for a weight loss goal overall of 70 kilos. And just to clarify, I want to be 70 kilos. I don't want to lose 70 kilos. I'd be really quite skeletal, I think. So I'm also setting mini goals because 70 kilos is quite a lot of weight. I think it actually comes down to, what is that? My maths is so terrible. 50 kilos overall. That's still quite a lot. So I'm setting mini goals, and my mini goals are simply just the 10 kilo mark at each stage. And of course, once I hit each mini goal, I will be rewarding myself with something probably non-foodie related, unless it's something really, really special that I'm happy to try and take on. At least for just the reward, not long term. So if you have any reward ideas, or if something you would prefer to be rewarded with when you reach your mini goals, just put a comment in down below, and we can look into them. Maybe we can do a mass thing, mass reward for anyone who wants one. But I think that's it for this week weight-wise. Oh no, there was measurements. I did measurements. So I started taking my measurements early in the year, and I got a little bit slack over the last month or so. But I cracked them out again. I cracked out the measuring tape again today and did all the bits and pieces. So I'm just going to start scrolling at the screen. There has been quite a little bit of difference made with the weight loss that has come along. So I've lost 4 centimeters around my bust, 7.5 centimeters around my waist. Like, that's actually quite a lot to lose in such a very small area. Well, it's not that small. That's why we're going through this. With 7.5 centimeters around my waist. I've lost 3 centimeters at my hips, 2 centimeters on my thighs. Now, I did kind of average that out as my thighs. I dislocated my left knee many years, like over a decade ago. Spent a long time on crutches after having been, stitched back together again. Even today, my thighs are 2 different sizes. Go figure. But so that's a small average weight-wise of what I've lost around my thighs. And of course, my BMI has dropped from 36 to 33.7. So BMI, we'll just bring that down, get that in the green range. I suppose it's going to happen anyway with size and weight loss. So we'll just go with it. Yep. What else can I say? Oh, motivation. We need some motivation to get out and about. So let's go. Okay, so in terms of motivation, of course, a lot of us do need a little bit of help to get up out of our desk chair and get outside and go for a run. You may have gathered through my other videos that my husband and I are very big on fun runs to help motivate us and get us out of the house. But obviously fun runs can only be run when they're organised. Same with park run, it only happens once a week. So what do you do to keep that motivation going throughout the week so you can continue training and actually do these things and not feel like a complete noob when you do? So Six to Start has actually released a number of seasons in an app and online game, I guess, called Zombies Run. And of course, zombies are very big in our lives at the moment, in television, in movies. They're actually quite prominent in mainstream media, and even some of the news articles. Go figure. So the story is it is a story. So the zombie apocalypse has happened, and obviously not all the human race has survived. There's only a few. You're a runner that is en route to one of humanity's last remaining outposts, being Able Township. They need your help to gather supplies, rescue survivors, and defend their home, along with some other missions. Now, you can play your own music in the background of this, which just kind of gets the volume drops so Able Township can communicate with you and what you need to do. And of course there are zombies to help you, motivate you and get you moving if there's ever a zombie battle or a zombie chase that goes on. It is all in episodes, so it is like a proper story. You just need to adjust a few settings to what you are looking for in your, I suppose, episode, in your fitness episode. It is played out in clips, so you can listen to your own music interspersed with your mission, as the characters do actually interact with you as you're out on a mission. You collect supplies and, of course, try to avoid the zombies. I believe there's actually 4 seasons that are out now, along with a few other bits and pieces. They've got a game. I think they did it on Kickstarter or maybe Indiegogo. I'm not sure. I'll double check that and I'll put that in the link in the description below, of course. And of course, if you're a new player, you just start at season 1 and just move through the missions. What else? Like second music, pick your tracking. Oh, it does follow you via GPS. So if you're trying to link this in with your Strava or maybe Run Down Under, which I did last week, you know, it's quite easy to do so. You can enable or disable zombie chases depending on whether you actually want to run, or whether you're interested just using it as a bit of a motivation to get out. Because you can be caught by zombies, although it's very rare, I believe. Of course, if you get bored with the main storyline, which is highly unlikely because it's constantly changing and the characters are really a bit of fun, or you run out of missions, there are other ways to play. You've got airdrop missions. These are great when you want to run to a specific location or a pickup point on the map and use the game to determine your mission there. And you have supply runs, which are short stories, and they run like normal missions, but not for nearly as long. It's more interval training kind of stuff. You can choose between 5k, 10k, 20k missions. And each one has you know, a story that goes along with it. And of course there's Able Radio, which allows you to listen to radio mode in between your missions. Once you finish the missions, you can go on the extensive run log, get details for your run. The app kind of collects all the data and is able to spew out analytics for you, I guess. And of course, during your missions, you'll pick up supplies. You've got artifacts and you've got supplies. So artifacts are items that are related to the story, and you can find them in the codex in the app. And supplies are typical things that you would need during a zombie apocalypse, such as weapons and ammo, medicine, clothing. You also pick up USB sticks, but I'm not entirely sure what USB sticks would be used for during a zombie apocalypse, but you know, it's all about the game. And then of course, like most fun runs, there are organized fun runs, and we do like our bling at the end of a fun run. Every so often throughout the year, I think could be twice a year, maybe 4 times, I'm not entirely sure, they do run fun runs. Zombie run fun runs. So you get training missions to help you get up and going. There's a very specific story line for the fun run, and you can get packages just from your basic package all the way through to, you know, get the whole story package along with a souvenir shirt and all the rest of it to go with it. You have, I think it's a 2-week period in which to run and log your run in the app, and then of course you end up with bling. As runner 5, you end up having to run this particular one. There was a disease that was coming out, so you had the populace which had been attacked by the zombies. The remaining living populace, not the undead, were being attacked by another really horrendous flu type virus, and of course we needed to break into the facility to get possibly the cure for the virus. So that's why you got the little DNA thing going on, which is kind of fun. So that's another thing that you can use to get out and about. It is a little bit motivating. It can actually run concurrently with C25K as well. It just drops the volume on C25K, so you really need to listen for when the last says start running or start walking, particularly if the story is going over the top of it. But it's just another means of keeping you entertained as you try to pound the pavement as best you can. New seasons for Zombies Run come out all the time, and like I said, they do have other offline pieces. Like they've actually brought out a board game. I believe they've actually got comic books as well, so that the whole concept is very interactive with their fan base. And of course, with the app, you can walk it, you can run it. I've not really come across anything else out there that's quite like, or isn't quite as interactive as this particular app. And of course, the first time you hear Zombie Horde moaning and coming after you, trust me, you will run like you've never run before. So link, of course, in the description below. Check it out if you need to get out and about. So last but not least, this week we have our meal of the week, and this week I'm bringing you baked chicken and rainbow veggies. This meal is super quick, super easy. It's high in protein, low in carbs, and packed with vitamins and minerals that will provide you with your on your daily intake. Of course, it's also full of dietary fiber, which helps lowers the risk of heart disease, stroke, hypertension, diabetes, obesity, and other gastrointestinal diseases. It can help lower blood pressure and, of course, cholesterol levels, and improve glycemia and insulin sensitivity. This particular meal comes in at around 335 calories per serve, so if you're on a 1200 calorie per day diet, it actually fits in really quite well. Like I said, it was super easy, brings lots of color to the plate, and is a fun way to serve up basic chicken and veg. What I found making it, however, is that a full breast of chicken, which is what the recipe actually asks for, was actually quite it was a bit much. It really was a bit much, a little too much protein. I really struggled to finish each portion, because obviously it's made for four, and of course the husband and myself had it for dinner and then for lunch the next day. And it was a struggle to get through. So I suppose in terms of when you're actually cooking it, kind of make a judgment call on yourself, given the size of your protein, along with how much veggie is also about to go on that plate. And maybe what I would do in future is actually cut that chicken breast in half before baking it, so they all still stay a bit individual. Just because it was almost impossible to finish, but it was really tasty. It was a lot of fun, and of course, if you've got kids that struggle to eat veggies, this is probably a fun little way, a very simple way of just bringing color to the plate and kind of making the vegetables a little bit more fun to eat. Well, that's it from me for another week. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna head off and try to start feeling a little bit better for the week to come. But if you've liked what you've seen, please tap on the subscribe for more weekly videos. I'll give the videos a thumbs up, and of course feel free to leave a comment. If there's anything that you'd like me to look into, from health food to review, also please leave a comment and I'll look into that. Feel free to follow me on Twitter for regular tips, recipes, exercises throughout the week. Pretty much load anything that I find handy or useful in the living healthy or weight loss space. I throw it up on Twitter. And of course, have a wonderful week. I'll see you next time. Be healthy and be good to each other. Thanks. Bye.